All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and immense glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rachah Kwadash. Double honors to my other apostles, a great millstone, and peace and citation to the hopeful elect, the Bacharim, the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these last times and to be the ruling governing body of the nation of Yasha'Allah. Shalom. All right, this is a part two of the natural or unnatural Gentiles, which are the Israelite foreigners, and the natural Gentiles, okay, which are the heathens. And my last previous video, I was going into the covenant that the Most High only made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Lord didn't make a covenant with the whole world, with all the families of the earth. No, only one family of the earth. All right. And today they are the Israelites. Okay. So the Lord is not dealing with any other nation, all right, which I'll get scriptures for that, okay? It wasn't until, later we were scattered abroad. That's part of our curse. And we went into the ways of the heathen. And that's how we became unnatural Gentiles, okay? We were living in a Gentile state of mind, all right? But the Lord has only chosen one particular family, all right, to be his people. So the Gentiles, the strangers that the Bible speaks of are the Gentiles, the natural Gentiles are the heathens. They can never come into the congregation of the Lord. All right. So, this is a build up. All right. I'll probably break this in more parts. Okay. But this is Genesis 28. And by the way, my last video, I said the name Isaac in the Hebrews, Yeshaya. No, that's Isaiah. It's really Yatazachwak. All right. So this is Genesis 28 verse 13. Now this Jacob, all right, how the Lord made a made a covenant with his forefathers Abraham, Isaac. I already got the scripture in the last previous video, but now this is the Lord coming to Jacob. Okay? This Genesis 28 verse 13. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord power of Abraham thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land wherein thou liest to thee, I will give it into thy seed, and thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, will be infinite. And thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south, and in thee, and in thy seed. All right, his descent, his what's the word? His offspring. All right, his offsprings. Shall all the families of the earth be blessed? And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. Right, and that's the Lord making that covenant with his forefathers and Jacob as well. Okay, he has not done that to any other family on the earth. Okay, let's get Psalms 147 verse 19 to the point. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, the law, statute, commandments. And he only made that, he only did that towards the nation of Israel. He has made a covenant with them, all right, with our forefathers. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Right, okay, because, all right, hold on real quick. Just like you, bear me for 1 second. All right, so I'm back again. So it says that the Lord has not dealt so with any nation, all right? The Lord is only dealing with the house of Jacob, all right, which are the Israelites. Let's get Romans chapter 11, verse, let me see. Okay, so let's start with I'll start verse 11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? The Most High forbid, but rather through their fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. All right, provoking the Jews unto jealousy. All right, at that time, but the Gentiles is talking about the Israelite foreigners. Okay, I'm pretty sure if I go on that word again, it will say ethnos, ethnic background, the lineage, the bloodline. All right, you can't be a spiritual Israelite, how these Christians say it. No, you have to be by bloodline. I mean, it is a spirit, but if your spirit is an Edomite, you cannot just transform into an Israelite. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Okay. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness? For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office. Right, real quick. All right, because again, we were scattered abroad. All right, that's part of the curses. We were scattered. Okay, and when you lay with other women, we think the book of Ezra is all about. We had to put our concubines away because we were going off. You know, our children were grown up to worship their gods that their mother's family side, you know, worshipped. All right. Um, Salaki, I'm trying to think. Timothy's father. All right. You know, he was. It said he was a Greek, but he was an Israelite by bloodline, an Israelite, but he practiced Greek customs. Okay. And that's where the whole Hellenization period did to our people. We 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 started practicing the Greek customs. All right. You know, worshiping the Greek gods, doing what the Greeks did, all right, shaving their beards or being bald completely, all right, and that happened around the 200 uh, uh 200 period BC, all right, when Ptolemy, those four generals were ruling, all right, when King Alexander established the Greek Empire. But this is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs, well, that goes into something else. Well, it goes into the customs of the heathen, but the Christmas tree, but that's a heathen custom, you see. But the Lord told us not to be like the heathen, all right? So going back to Romans 11, verse 13. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnified mine office. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, might save some of them, right? You know, because if you go start the first verse, it says, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? The Most High forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So the Lord, Most High forbid, all right? He did not cast away his people, okay? You know? So the Gentiles are Israelite foreigners just being converted back. That's it, all right? the real Gentiles, the heathens, all right, they will never come into the congregation of the Lord, all right? The Lord's not dealing with them. And it says, for if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead? For the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy, and if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a olive tree, and when you look at an olive, wild olive tree, the olives grow everywhere. All right, it looks, they're all scattered. So that's how the Israelite foreigners were likened to. Were grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root and fatness of the olive tree. So they came back. All right, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. And it says, thou wilt say then the branches were broken off, that I may be grafted in. Well, because of unbelief they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. And that's the thing. We have faith. We have faith that we have woken back up, all right, to this truth, to our heritage, to our power, his name, Yahweh, and his son's name, Yahweh Shai. We know who we are as a people, all right, and the Lord has given a small remnant that breath to understand and break down the scriptures, to prophesy, okay? And we were all once Gentiles in a Gentile state of mind. None of us grew up Hebrew Israelites, not according to my knowledge. Okay. It says, for if the Most High spare not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. Right. It says, behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of the Most High on them which fell. So those who knew, all right, and speaking in this time period, all right, those who knew that, that they're Israelites, that grew up, all right, knowing that they're an Israelite. But at this time, and especially now, we have been scattered so much, all right? Esau playing that covering cast. But even around this time, you had whole Israelite families. Some of them knew that they were Israelites, but they practiced the customs of the heathens, or some of them didn't even know, all right? That the generations of living in particular lands and worshiping other gods, they were conditioned a certain way, okay? Some of them even look different. They started to look like the heathens. So that further pushed their mind to believe, well, I am an Indian from India, my family's always been here according to my knowledge, and all right, that's how it went down. It says, behold, therefore the goodness and severity of the Most High on them which fell, severity, but toward thee goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off. And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in. For the Most High is able to graft them in again, to bring them back, all right? To wipe their mind clean. For if thou wert cut out of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and were grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these, which be the natural branches, be grafted into their own olive tree? Okay, right. Because at the end of the day, the Israelites, you're an Israelite by your bloodline. All right, doesn't matter if you're an Israelite foreigner, none of that. If you're an Israelite, you're an Israelite. All right, okay. And Paul at that time was converting the Israelite foreigners back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, and we're doing that today. But we're really calling the elect. But we're all in a Gentile state of mind once upon a time. Okay, but we're still fishing. Still getting Jake. Converting our people. All right, but the Lord's only gonna save a small remnant. Okay, and it says, for I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. Right. So, that's about it. Okay. That's all I wanted to get was just how the Lord made a covenant only with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The unnatural Gentiles are talking about the Israelite foreigners. Okay. The Israelite foreigners who were in a Gentile state of mind. The Lord, was using the apostles to convert them back. All right. And that's what the whole book of Acts is about. Them going on, the disciples, the apostles going on journeys, converting the Israelite foreigners, okay, who were lost. You see, never to a real Gentile, a real heathen. It's not given unto them. And the next video will be about that. All right, how the Lord has not dealt with the heathens on any type of level. Okay. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and immense glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, a great millstone. Peace and citation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.